Hi everyone, welcome to Veronika Hug. So as you can see, today I'm going to show you how you can do your own maple leaf. So I'm using a Bobbel cotton this time so that my leaf has different colors, and I chose this green color this time. That's number 5 from my series, and just like any Bobbel cotton, it's 800 meters long. It's also 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. Then, of course, you'll need some knitting needles. Mine are 3.5 millimeters. So out of my set, where you can see my 3.5 millimeter needles missing. And later, of course, you'll need some scissors and the needle for weaving in, which you can also find in the set should you decide to order. Okay, so let's start with 5 stitches. And now we can do 10 rows in garter stitch. So the edge stitch we just transfer to our other needle, and then we do the following 5 stitches knitwise. Row 1, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, and now row 11 we'll get a regular edge stitch, so just transfer, and then we do 2 knit stitches together, so that we get just 4 stitches in this row, and then we will do 9 more rows like this. So we want a total of 10 rows with 4 stitches each. So this was 4. Now 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And now after the edge stitch, we again do 2 stitches as one, so that we only have 3 stitches left in this row. now after this we do 20 more rows for the leaf stalk. So we started with 5, then we reduced to 4, and then we did 20 more rows with 3 stitches. So 10 rows we do with 5, 10 with 4, and 20 with 3. So don't worry, in the video I did a bit shorter stalk, but in the end I decided to make it longer. I just thought it would look a bit more natural. So anyway, let's get to the rest of our project. So I'm gonna start from the stalk in the video, and I hope you enjoy. For the stalk, I'll do 3 chains. Three, transfer the edge stitch and do the following 2 stitches knitwise, and then turn. Let's again transfer the edge stitch, and the following 2 we will do knitwise, and then we will turn again. Again, the same deal. And one more time. Transfer and do 2 knit stitches. And again, transfer and do 2. And again. And this is how you do several rows. So I'll count with you because I haven't done the leaf with the stalk yet. So I gotta see how many I'm gonna do in the end. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rows, so we get a rib in every other row. $14, 16, 18, 20. I think this is now good, so I'll stop. So let's start the next section. Transfer the edge stitch onto your working needle, and this is how we always start. Then, out of the following stitch, we do 7 new ones. So 1 knit stitch and 1 knit stitch through the back loop. Then another regular knit stitch and another knit through the back loop so that we have 4 stitches, and then we do that again. 6 and 1 more knit stitch to get 7, and then the edge stitch. And then we have 9 stitches or loops on our needle, and we can start again. So transfer the edge stitch and just do the 8 stitches that you have. Seven and 8. This row might be a little bit tricky, but you should be able to do it. Afterwards, it will definitely be a bit easier. Okay, transfer the edge stitch, 1 knit stitch, yarn over, and another knit stitch. And we will do this for a total of 7 times. Three, 5, 7, and the edge stitch we do knitwise. So this is our first, or actually our second row where we start the leaf. So I'll mark with a number in the background in case you want to rewind to a specific section so that you can redo that. I know that when projects are a bit longer, you don't need the whole thing, but sometimes just sections. So anyway, that's what the numbers are for. In the back row, we will transfer the edge stitch. The first stitch we will do knitwise, and then the yarn over we will do purlwise. The following 2 stitches we do knitwise, and the next one again knitwise. And then again, 2 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch. And again. There we go, we end with 2 knit stitches, and now comes row 3. Transfer the edge stitch, and now do all stitches knitwise. In every other front row, I'm not adding anything, I'm just doing the stitches as they are. And when we finish the row, we turn. That's our row 4. Transfer the edge stitch, do a knit stitch and a purl stitch, and then keep changing, 2 knit stitches, 1 purl stitch. So we want to get to the other side of this row the same way. One knit stitch and 1 edge stitch to end with. Now we will again do additions, edge stitch and 1 knit stitch, And then we can see here this knit stitch that is actually very easy to find. So this is going to build the middle line of one section of our leaf. So here we will do one knit stitch, then a yarn over, and another knit stitch out of it. Then 2 stitches knitwise and another rip, and 1 knit stitch, yarn over, and another knit stitch, and then again 2 stitches knitwise. 1 knit stitch, yarn over, knit stitch, and 2 more, and then again. And again. Knit stitch, yarn over, knit stitch, 2 knit stitches. One last time, instead of 2 knit stitches, we have 1 and the edge stitch. Okay, let's see. Edge stitch, 2 knit stitches, and the yarn over purlwise. Four knit stitches. The yarn over we do purlwise, and we always do 4 knit stitches and 1 purl stitch. So you see how easy this is getting. Yarn over purlwise and with 2 knit stitches and the edge stitch. In row 7, we will do all stitches knitwise, edge stitch we transfer, and the rest we will do knitwise. So every other front row is the relaxed row, as I like to call it, so you just do regular knit stitches. Row 8 is also not difficult, so we transfer the edge stitch, we do 2 knit stitches. Then we do 1 purl stitch, and from here on it's always 4 knit stitches and 1 purl stitch. Here is the purl, again 4 knit stitches and 1 purl stitch. And again, this goes super fast. End with 2 knit stitches and do the edge stitch also knitwise. Ninth row also has additions now. So let's do the edge stitch and then 2 knit stitches, and then comes the rib. So we do knit, yarn over, and again knit stitch. Now 4 knit stitches and 1 knit, yarn over, and another knit stitch. Again 4 knit stitches, and then again 1 knit, yarn over, another knit. And again. So you see, this is also pretty easy to do. Okay, and with 2 knit stitches and the edge stitch. Row 10 we do as a back row, so edge stitch and 3 knit stitches. Up until now we had 2, but now we're starting with 3, and then we do 1 purl stitch. And then in between we will always have 6 knit stitches instead of 4 we had so far. So 1 purl stitch and 6 knit stitches in between, even easier than before. Just make sure you do the yarn over purlwise. And again, 6 knit stitches. And again. This is also how you will do row 12. And with 3 knit stitches, just like we began, plus the edge stitch. So row 11 is just knit stitches, row 12 is just like this one. Now that we have row 13, so we're adding new stitches, and let's start. Edge stitch and 3 knit stitches. And now we're at the rib. Sorry, I did this knitwise instead of purlwise in the last row. I'll fix it. Okay. So we are above our rib, so let's do a knit, yarn over, and another knit. Then we will have the 6 stitches knitwise and another rib. Again, 1 knit, yarn over, and another knit. And then again 6 regular knit stitches. So we keep repeating this again, and you see why this project just seems challenging, although it's really easy to do. knit, yarn over, and again knit, and one last time 6 knit stitches. Knit, yarn over, and again knit, and we end with 3 knit stitches, same as the beginning. Edge stitch, and now we do 4 knit stitches and the yarn over purlwise. And now we have what we did at the beginning but doubled, so we have 8 knit stitches between the purls. So you see that we always increase by 2. 8, there we go, yarn over purlwise, and again 8 knit stitches. Purl stitch, and again 8 knit stitches. Purl stitch, and again. One last time, 8 knitwise. Yarn over purlwise and 4 knit stitches. Row 15 will be just knit stitches and row 16 will be just like row 14.